Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my first ever makeup tutorial on my YouTube channel. I am going to be doing a pink inspired makeup look for Valentine's Day because the month of love is upon us. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the brows. I am not going to go into detail with how these brows are done. I'm just giving you a glimpse of how I do it, especially because these brows didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to. I think that's just because I did start with them and not my base. I normally start with my base and then my eyebrows. So this was different. I do not know why I decided to change the steps, but anyway, you get to see how more or less I do my eyebrows, but I'm just going to be speeding through this one. It's not going to be too long. Okay, so starting off with the eyes, I'm going to be brushing on a transition color that is almost a warm pink because I wanted something that would go well with the brown on the outer corner of the eye and the pink color itself. So this transition color is very intentional. And one thing about transition colors as well is that they're very important, especially when it comes to using pastel colors like the pink that we're going to be using later on. It marries the colors into the skin to make it look as natural as possible. I mean, like, it's color. Color is never going to look natural on the skin, but if you marry it in well and if you introduce it well with a transition color, it can look seamless. And then now I'm just going in with that brown. It's a very light brown, a warm brown, not a cool tone brown, and I'm using it on the outer corner of the eye to accentuate and lengthen my eye. And this is also just going to make the pink pop out as well. So just making sure that I just dust it on just the outer corner of the eye, and then lastly the pink on the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm just being very patient with my application of the pink eyeshadow because I want this to be almost a soft cut crease look. We want to make sure that the pink is going in nicely into the brown and vice versa. So this is the time where it needs your patience. You're going to have to go in back and forth, making sure that the pink is in the right place, that the brown is in the right place, and that they blend into each other well. So once I'm done patting in the pink or just brushing on the pink, then I'm just going to be going back into the brown just to make sure that it's still also visible. And then just to accentuate the inner corners of the eye even more, I'm going in with a white. You can even use a very light pink on the inner corner of the eyes, sort of like in the tear duct. And this just adds to that gradient effect. So we're going from light to medium going across the eye, and that is just going to again make the pink pop even more. Now I'm just going to be using a very cool technique here. So if you're one of those people who actually struggles with drawing on a cat eyeline, then this would be a great technique because what you're doing is you're using a brown eyeshadow to map out where you're going to be drawing on that eyeliner, especially if it's black. So I'm using a brown one to kind of map out where I'm going to be dragging along that eyeliner, and then afterwards I'm going to be using a black eyeliner to just follow along where I already started with the brown. Okay, and then with the lashes on, I'm going to be drawing on or continuing that line into the inner corner of the eye. I just want it to look continuous, and that's why I'm just using it on the inner corner of my eye. You can barely see it, but it just makes it look very seamless. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, eyes are done, and now we're moving on to the complexion. Again, this is one of those steps where I'm not going to be going into detail. I'm just going to be passing through basically, but just to give you an idea, I've already put on some primer and some setting spray, and now I'm just gently tapping the foundation into my skin. Then we're going to be moving on to concealer. And then I'm just going to be going in with some bronzer on the cheekbones and then on the forehead as well. Okay, and then cinching in that nose, using the same bronzer color. And then I'm just going to be using a blush on my cheeks with a color that is very similar to the pink that I used on my eyes. This is much more blush than I would use on a normal basis, but it goes with the look. And again, we're going for a pink look. If you are uncomfortable with blush or using too much blush, that's completely fine. Remember, we're trying to make this look wearable. I'm just very into blush right now. But anyway, I'm going to use a pink color, the same color that I use on my top lid. I'm just going to be dusting it underneath the eyes, and then a white liner just to enhance the eyes and make them look bigger. By the way, you can never go wrong with a cat eye and a white liner, because that look is beautiful. It makes your eyes look bigger. The cat eye is always a winner because it accentuates the eye to make it look almond like. So this is a winner for me. And then I'm just going to be going in with that pink again, just to make sure that that white eyeliner is not too much in a way. And then I'm going to be going in with some mascara to coat those bottom lashes. I'm going for a very cute look again, so I feel like bottom lashes just add to it. If you have bottom lashes that are as short as mine, you're going to have to go in with a few coats. So again, some patience is definitely necessary here, but you take it one step at a time, and then you'll find that it looks very, very nice. Then I'm just going to be going in with a highlighter shade, or you can use a white shimmer shade, whatever is the lightest shimmer shade that you have. Then you use it on the inner corner of the eye just to accentuate that tear duct and make it look nice. And then some setting spray. I'm very generous with setting spray, but that's just because I want it to look nice and seamless and skin-like. You can see that blush is peeking through very nicely, which is beautiful. And then I'm just going to be using a fan to just dry up my skin, just to make sure that everything is nice and matte, and that I'm just dry and I'm not looking too shiny. By the way, this setting spray is the GOAT because it gives you this nice glow without being too much. So if you're looking for a plug on a setting spray, look down in the description box below. Anyway, every product that I've used, I'm going to list down in the description box below if you're looking for any tips or any plugs on which products to use, or if you're just curious about the products that I used specifically. And then I'm moving on to the lips. I'm just using a brown lip liner to line my lips. Then I'm using a pink nude. Then to finish off this beautiful look, I'm just dusting some pressed powder on my face just to make sure that I'm not looking too oily. especially because I do have oily skin, so it's important to just go back in with some powder just to make the face look nice and matte. I'm not going to touch the areas where I've used a highlighter. I don't think I have used a highlighter yet actually. Still coming, but I am mattifying the skin just to make sure that it looks nice and even. And this was the point when I decided that gloss would be a good idea. I mean, I was happy with the matte, but I think gloss just adds a little bit of something. It just makes the look more girly and just beautiful. And then just some finishing touches on my eyes. I'm just reinforcing that pink on the inner corner of the eye so that it's peeking through even when I have my eyes opened. And here is the final look. I love this look because it's so soft and it's just adorable. It's very girly, which is what I think Valentine's Day is just about. And overall, I'm just so happy with how this look came out. I hope that you enjoyed it too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.